I'm Kat. I'm the lead producer for Fat Loot. Fat Loot is a 4-player competitive action stealth game that emphasizes stealth. It's being built in the Unreal Development Kit. So last semester, what we shot for was having one completed map for the game and one completed character. We completed that with Lady Chen and our basic map design. For this semester, we decided to shoot a little higher. Last semester, we were still trying to get the team together. We were still trying to get our bearings, find our mentors, and kind of get into the workflow. And now that we've kind of figured that out, we decided that we wanted to have 2 new maps and 3 new characters. Pat, our lead designer, is going to talk about these new characters and the new mist level. And Chen, our team lead, is going to talk a little bit about the engineering troubles that he came across as we implemented these new characters.
Hi. So the first character that we have to show off for you today is the Ginseng Baby. The Ginseng Baby is a mischievous nature sprite who is very easily distracted by shiny objects. So the Ginger Baby brings, or the Ginseng Baby, sorry, I always get that wrong. The Ginseng Baby brings 2 things to the Fat Loot game. He can burrow under the ground in order to avoid the guards and also to make himself harder to see to his opponents. And while he's burrowed, he can also charge up for a powerful burst attack, which will stun and knock back enemies in an area around him. There he is. Yeah, so there you can see he can burrow under the ground and he can burst out. The next character that we have so the Ginseng Baby was actually conceived of as a hiding type of stealth, staying under the ground, out of the sight of the guards, where he can set up ambushes using his burst ability. The next character we've got to show off for you is Tiger. Tiger is a rabbit with a little bit of an identity problem. But the upshot of that is that he has a powerful roar attack, which he can use to stun enemies in a cone in front of him. However, when Tiger gets into trouble, his true nature shows, and he will jump away to safety. Tiger was conceived of as a ranged stealth character, being able to move into position so he can use with his jump ability, so he can use his roar ability to stun players and steal the treasure. The last, but certainly not least character we have to show off for you today is Shorty. Shorty is a former guard who, sick of being belittled by his co-workers, has decided to turn to a life of crime in order to prove that he is just as good as the rest of them. Shorty can throw a firework with the left mouse button that will attract guards to wherever it lands, and also if it directly hits a player, it will stun them. And he can also charge up a dash attack where he will sprint forward very quickly. He'll run in place and then sprint forward very quickly. And any players that are hit by him while he's running forward will also be stunned and knocked back. Shorty is he was conceived of as a distraction, mainly as distraction. And we really wanted to focus on using the guards almost as a weapon, and that's where Shorty came from. Now, Chet, this was a pretty big undertaking, adding 3 characters to the game. So Chen's going to talk about some of the problems that I caused when I wanted to do that.
Yeah, this semester we reconstruct our code completely to support the 3 new characters, and we moved all the common features for all characters into superclass for a clean hierarchical structure. Last year we spent a whole semester just to finish 1 character, and this year we complete 3 more in half the time. And same on the art side, we have much fewer registered artists this year, but all of them are super dedicated and super efficient. So I'm really thankful to all of our teammates, and I'm really proud of you. So now let's play a live match of the new characters in our new map. So which one do you want to see showing on the projector?
Ginseng baby!
Let's try that.
Alright,
So,
start the server.
And Lou, Jason, and Robbie here join.
Okay, so this is our new level. This is the mist level. The first thing that you'll notice when you enter it is a really big cloud of mist right in front of the player. This mist is produced by statues. You might have seen one of those statues in our little demo level before. The mist functions to hide players from their opponents. A player standing in the mist is invisible to anybody from the outside looking in, guards and players included. However, if another player enters the mist, they will be able to see everybody that's also hiding in that patch, albeit with this ghostly outline. The other thing that you might notice as we are playing through this, as we go through this game, is this map is a lot bigger than the one that we had at Demo Day. We had some complaints that our previous map was a little bit too small, and that the stealth aspects of our game didn't really get a chance. So that's really what we've been focusing on this semester, is trying to bring out the stealth aspects of the game. And so we've created we've made the levels much bigger. We've provided a lot of paths that players can take through the level. And we think that the stealth mechanics of the game get a much better the players get to explore them better now. The next thing that we have done is so the next thing that you'll notice about that we've changed. If you look under the red player at the moment, you'll see or now it's under the blue player, you'll see a small golden coin under their score indicator. We added this just so that players would be able to tell who has the treasure, whether they should go to the treasure box in order to check for it, or whether they should just, for example now, just hunt down the ginger baby. Ginseng baby, sorry. I will always get that wrong. Yeah, so we've been really trying to get we've added these new characters. We're focusing on balancing them for Demo Day. That's really taking up a lot of our time, is trying to get these guys balanced against each other. But yeah, so now you can kind of just sit back, relax, take a look at some of the cool new stuff we've added. Oh, that's right. We've also added some new and different power-ups. Before we had the invisibility and the disguise kit, allowing the player to turn invisible or to pretend to be a guard. Now we also have the Thunder Tea. The Thunder Tea is a power-up that allows the player to do a large cone attack in front of them, similar to the Tiger's Roar. However, it's a little bit bigger, knocks back a little bit more, the stun's a little bit. It's just a more powerful version of that, and we're also looking at ways to make that more interesting. So hopefully by Demo Day, we'll have some new power-ups to show off. We've got another level that we're working on that's coming along pretty well. Yeah, I think you guys can just kind of enjoy our game. Yeah.
While the team's playing, use the opportunity to ask a question.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So, talking, one of the things that you how are you looking at that? What's the process to figure out what's balanced, and what are the tools that you have to balance the characters?
So what we actually have this great metric system that we've implemented that tells us where players are getting caught, where players are where players are using their abilities, how often they're using their abilities, how often they get the treasure, how often they get the treasure and don't score with it, I think is in there. So we just have like a lot of data on how the players are playing the game, and then on top of that, we've been playtesting a lot and just trying to get it to the point where all the characters feel feel good against one another. And
Do you have stats as to when
yes,
Is this the game you just played?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Indeed. And you've had the other side of that. So, I mean, are you looking at the movement speed, recharge time on the specials? Like, is all that up in play, or is it what are the variables that you can actually slide around for a character?
So for the character, we can adjust their movement speed, how much each individual energy and ability costs. I think those are the
effectiveness of the ability.
yeah.
Right.
The range, stun time, like the range, the attack range, stun time, charge time, and like sprint speed, and all of these variables we can change.
Cool. So I hope you guys have a good idea of what we've been working on the past 2 months. As Pat mentioned earlier, we're also working on another level. That's actually called the temple level. It's still under construction right now. And basically our plan from now on is to work on the temple level and polish up those 3 other characters to the level that we have Lady Chen currently. As Chen and Pat went briefly through metrics, we're going to be, hopefully using these metrics and playtests to be able to balance these characters. And besides hitting on polish in terms of character balance, we want to work on more art assets and sound design. As you guys probably heard, some of the sound effects in the game are still a little bit rough. We're bringing on a couple new sound designers and Foley artists in order to kind of polish up those aspects of the game. And we're also currently working on a tutorial level, and we're hoping that we can have a game that's kind of packaged, standalone type of game where you can just pick up and play the tutorial and then be able to play through the game by yourself. So that's it.
Are you still
Ryan?
playing the game?
Oh,
Yeah.
so what are you guys planning for the moment where the player state changes into like being found and caught? Because I don't know if you guys are doing anything additional besides the moving the guards towards player location and then holding that position for a little bit.
Yeah, right now, our plan for the lady last semester was she will throw a smoke bomb so
Yeah.
that it looks like she escaped from the guard. And for our new characters,